Hi, my name is Sonia. I'm the founder of Travel Awakens, and I help purpose driven travel professionals design and sell more meaningful transformational offers so they can attract more clients, make a bigger impact, and build a more profitable business. Today, I'm talking about the concept of transformational travel. I know this is a concept that's been in the industry for a few years already, but becoming much more popular since the publication of the book, The Transformation Economy by Joe Pine this February in 2026. So I'm here to explain what it is, what is not, to clarify some misunderstandings, misconceptions. I've been doing this for the past 5 years in my business. So I will share what I learned also from my research, the books I read, the courses I took, and the experiences in my own business with my own clients. So first of all, I want to clarify what is not transformational travel, because I know the word transformation may scare some people, some travelers, but also some travel professionals that they believe that they feel too much responsibility of they feel they are responsible of the client transformation, the traveler transformation, and they don't want this responsibility. It sounds like too big of a change. So I want to clarify the word transformation does not mean drastic change necessarily. Transformation only implies that the client is going to go through a change, an improvement, but this change is not temporary. It's a change that's lasting, like over time. The person, the traveler, needs to keep this change over time, permanently. That's why we call it transformation, because there is a before and after in this experience. So I believe transformational travel is here to stay. We are in this new era of the transformation economy. We are not in the experience economy anymore. Many people have experience already, many kind of experiences. And actually, it's very easy for anyone out there to book experience online, right? With a click of a mouse, they can just book hotels, flights, experiences, compare by price. So it's not something that people will need help, support much anymore. So we are in this new level, which is the transformation, and this is how, as professionals, travel professionals, or if we work in the intersection of travel and personal development, we can use this for our businesses, but also to help more people and to give to these people what they are looking for. Travelers are looking to achieve their aspirations through travel, and this is how we can help them by implementing the concepts of transformational travel. And I believe if you do that, you will be leading the industry, the tourism industry, to the future. So, as I said, does not need to be a dramatic change. It's just the next level of the progression of economic value. So, experiences, and the next level is transformation. So, what's the difference between an experience, like a travel experience, and a transformational travel experience? So, well, we have different kind of experiences. Okay, so experience, it can be very meaningful. It can be, a very purposeful experience. I know many people nowadays, they go and do volunteer work, so it can be really deep experience. Don't need to be superficial, like many people out there maybe still travel, but now people are more aware and they're looking for deeper experiences that they touch different parts of the holistic person. So not just the physical, but also mental, emotional, and spiritual. So it's more like a holistic experience that we are talking, but especially we talk about transformation when there is a change. And this change, it can be usually related in their personal development. But the difference is that an experience is more like temporary. It can be entertaining. It can be, yes, maybe changing. It can change something in you, but it's temporary. So when you back home, you are back to where you were before. The transformation here is the difference. So this experience is done in a way, designed in a way that guides this person from the place they are to the place they want to be, using the travel experience as a means for that, but also does not end when the traveler go home. But as travel professionals, we guide the traveler to do the reflection and implementation with a plan of action of what they're going to do and how they're going to do it, and make sure they do it in their life. So we support them way after the experience has ended in itself, because there is a journey after that that's important that the traveler implements in their life, because otherwise they may learn and this new skill and then go back home and still go back to where they were before and they forget about what happened there. Okay, so it's important that we have this experience encapsulated, the before, the preparation, the planning, setting intentions, during, of course, very important, but also after, how they can implement that in their life. So the transformation experience is not just a temporary entertaining, it's an investment. Okay, so it's an investment for the future. It's an investment of the personal development of this person. So this traveler will invest this time, this money, these resources in this experience as a means for their personal development. And it can be something as simple of learning a new skill. It can be, cookery class, or it can be improving their language skills. I've done myself, I'm sure maybe you also did, travel to different destination with a different language to immerse yourself in the language so you can learn it much quicker, right? So it can be learning new skill, improving some skill, and yes, it can also be more dramatic or drastic change, especially if the person is going through a transition or a change in their life or in their profession, and they want to use travel as a way for self-discovery, to find answers inside of themselves, find clarity, confidence, etc. Doesn't matter the intention or the aspiration this traveler has. As travel professionals, our transformational travel professionals, our goal is to help them achieve this aspiration by designing this experience in a way that has all the ingredients for them to increase the chances. We cannot promise any transformation or any results, because eventually it's up to the client, it's up to the traveler to do the work and to implement it. So they only are the ones in charge of their own transformation, but we can guide them, we can design this experience so the probabilities and possibilities of success increase for them. Okay, so this is the requirement. It needs to be a long-term change, right? And when they go back home, they implement that. So this is something that is an evolution. Okay, so it's still an experience, is an evolution that includes experiences, but in a way that helps this person to become a different version of themselves, a better version of themselves. Joseph Pine says that all transformation is an identity change. It's actually a self-identity, is the way they see themselves, because they can be, from a person who does not speak a language to a person who speaks a language. So this is a change. It can be somebody who cannot cook, a person who can cook, right? So this is a change. It can be a person who is not confident, a person who is confident. So any change that they want to go through and you are willing to help with, because this starts with knowing your client, your ideal client, very well. Some of your clients are actively looking for this kind of transformation. And so then you should market this way so they find you. But some clients, they don't necessarily are aware they are looking for this kind of transformation, but they feel attracted to it. And then you provide what they need in the experience. So in this case, the way you market are going to be different. So yes, important the design of the experience, but also the way you sell it, you market it, and you communicate that, so they can understand the value and they can pay for it, because otherwise they will just compare by price if they don't understand the value. So by implementing transformational travel experiences in your business, this is a win-win for everyone. It's a win-win for the traveler, because they will help, they will achieve these aspirations, these objective that they have, the reason why, the intention why they were traveling with you, but also you as travel professionals, not only for more repeated business, but also the impact that you will do. It's not just a transactional work that you are doing. You're doing a meaningful work by helping people, guiding people to achieve their aspirations, but also for the planet, because transformational travel is a kind of regenerative travel that starts with the traveler. So I believe all transformation starts from within, from the person. And then when we can, impact the life of this person, and this person comes back as a better version, this is a ripple effect. So they will naturally, give back pay back and pay forward what they learn and positively impact all the lives that are around them in the destination, in the communities, but also when they are back home with their families, their neighbors, work colleagues, and eventually, society and the planet. So it's a win-win. It starts with oneself, with inside of the person, by doing these encapsulated experiences, setting the intentions, understanding why, guiding the experience, and implementing after all. So the bigger the impact, the bigger the change, the bigger the transformation, of course, the more value you are providing and higher prices you can, have for your offers. And also the better success ratio you have after your trips, the more referrals, the more business you will have. So again, is, win-win for everyone. So beside all the ingredients of a meaningful experiences, as I said, needs to be this encapsulated before, during, and after. And important that you cannot promise any transformation and we cannot guarantee any transformation, but we can make sure to work close with the client, with the traveler, and be communicating with them from beginning to end to help them implement what they learn about themselves, about the world, about others in their life. So there is really a before and after this trip. So I've been doing this work for the last 5 years, and I put my skills and my experience and my knowledge to your disposition, at your service, to support you in designing more transformational and meaningful experiences, but also to support you in communicating, in your marketing, in your sales, so clients get the value that you offer and how it's different from other experiences that are not as transformational. So if you feel called to create these kind of experiences and you want to generate a deeper impact, feel free to reach out. You know where to find me. And I hope this helped to understand what transformation experiences are. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. See you next week.